Hey, I'm gonna give you some tips here for downward dog. So something I often see in downward dog is this idea of back bending in a forward fold. So downward dog is a forward fold, which means you want a posterior tilt in your pelvis. You want your ribs reaching towards your hips. You wanna keep your belly pulling in. What I see a lot is anterior tilt. So the bum sticking out, the chest reaching forward. I'll just show you what that normally looks like. So you're in downward dog. If you're anterior, if you're trying to back bend, your heels are most likely lifted off the floor on purpose. And then you're sticking your bum out and you're just dropping your chest down like this. And so the issue with doing downward dog like this is that it really compresses the low back. So you want opposite actions, right? Upward dog, stretch out the front of the body. Downward dog, you're stretching out the back of the body, which means the low back here. So to do downward dog and stretch out the back of the body, you're gonna come into it and reach your heels down towards the floor. Even if they don't reach the floor, that's fine. Just don't actively kick them up. So reaching the heels down towards the floor, pulling the belly in, that posterior tilt, ribs towards the hips. And you wanna keep the legs really active by engaging the thighs and pulling the thighs up towards the hips. So active legs, externally rotating the shoulders. You want an even distribution between your weight in the arms and the legs. So your weight is evenly distributed between your arms and your legs, reaching up through the thighs, grounding down through the heels, even if they don't reach the floor, and then pulling the belly in. So those are my tips for downward dog. You really want to make sure you're in that posterior tilt, stretching out the back of the body and really engaging through the legs, reaching up through the thighs.